Annabelle show you her dance that she did when she found out she won this? Because it might be a good touchdown dance for you when you run in your next interception. Annabelle, did you show him yet? Let's do it.
Good morning. I guess I don't need to get you quiet. You're nice and quiet. Awesome job, guys. I'm going to turn it over to Miss Jerry from the JCPenney store here in Port Richey, and she's going to get us started this morning.
Good morning. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Okay, well, good morning, guys. Again, my name is Gary Brown. I'm the store manager over at JCPenney's in Port Richey at the Gulfview Square Mall. And I just wanted to say it is so great to be here with you guys. The school looks great. You guys sound great. And JCPenney and the NFL is so happy to be partnering with the Take a Player to School today. So while we'll give you a grant for all your activities for after school and during school, we also wanted to present something special to your principal. Now, who's your principal? Miss Berryhill! That's right, Miss Berryhill. We'd like Miss Berryhill to take this commemorative poster so you guys can always remember the day you took a player to school. So now it's time to bring on a person who is actually responsible for all of this. There was someone that was selected this summer for the JCPenney Take a Player to School, and she won. Now who was that winner? Annabelle! That's right. Annabelle won to Take the Player to School, and we'd like for her to come up and present her special guest today. Annabelle? Now Annabelle, do you like football?
Yes.
Do they like football?
Yes, hopefully.
Who's their favorite team?
Buccaneers or Gators?
Ask who's their favorite team.
Who's your favorite team? Who's the favorite player?
Go ahead, introduce them.
Hi, I'm Annabelle. This is Derrick Brooks.
Everybody give her a round of applause.
First of all, good morning. Good morning. Are you nervous? You extremely nervous? You're not that nervous? That's probably one of the best introductions I had.
You can hear whatever you're saying.
All right, first of all, I want to thank God for having me here today. Obviously, I appreciate you guys giving Annabelle the welcome for her winning the contest to bring a player to school. So I really thank God for having me here at Locke Elementary. And I want to thank you guys was anyone here that was out there singing when we walked up? Well, I want to thank you guys for that warm reception. Me coming to Locke Elementary, I tell you what, you guys changed my mind because as I was coming here, I didn't know if I was going to make it. I got stopped by a highway patrolman who accused me of speeding. I was trying to get here so fast, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it. But again, thank God that I came. I really want to thank you guys for that warm reception. Before we move any further, I just want to share a few points with you all that I think are very important in terms of setting goals, respecting your teachers, and being what you want to be in life. First of all, my name is Derrick Brooks. I have 4 children. I have a 12-year-old daughter, an 8-year-old son, a 6-year-old son, and a 2-year-old daughter. So I'm very familiar with the elementary education process that you all are going through and I go through with my children. And I'm also familiar with the education process because my foundation, along with the DeBarlow Family Foundation, we opened our own high school this past August in Tampa, Florida. So I'm very familiar with elementary, middle, and high school. So I understand that you guys really enjoy homework, from what Annabelle tells me. That you guys enjoy your homework and you look forward to it when you go home every day. But I want to challenge you all. In the midst of doing that, I really want to stress to you guys how important education is. How many of you guys want to be a football player when you grow up? Well, that's too many hands. How many of you guys want to be a lawyer? Perhaps a doctor? How many of you guys want to be a teacher? Well, everybody's hand should have been raised. You mean to tell me you guys, say for instance, if you had to be a teacher, would you enjoy teaching yourself? How many said no? Well, if you said no, then you need to change. I always say if I didn't enjoy teaching myself, then I need to change my attitude towards my teacher. I mean, you guys are here in the 5th grade. Any 5th graders in here? Well, I want to share a story with you guys. What happened to me when I was in the 5th grade. I was a person that didn't like to teach myself, but I had the wrong attitude. How many of you guys know what a class clown is? So we're all on the same page. You know what a class clown is? What's your name?
Robert.
Robert?
Yeah.
Would you mind standing up and telling us what a class clown is? Shh, everybody listen.
A class clown is like a regular clown, but normally it acts more goofier.
The owner, but not quite. What's your name? Angela? Angela, you mind standing up and tell us? Add to his definition.
A class clown is when a child in class is goofing around and the teacher is talking.
I love that definition.
Oh, come on.
Let's give her a hand. Now the next, she said a class clown is someone that goofs off like a regular clown, but except they're doing it when the teacher is teaching. So is a class clown good or bad? That's right, a class clown is a little worse than bad, it's awful. But I was a class clown in the 5th grade. I was a disruption to my teacher, I was very disrespectful. And despite all that, I managed to make A's and B's. But my father warned me. He said, if you continue to be a class clown, I'm going to come up to that school and I'm going to show you how to be a clown. How many of your parents work during the day? Well, my father worked too. I say, my father, he went to work before I went to school and he got off after I went to school. So in my mind, I said he would never have time to come up to the school because he works all day. And besides, if anyone would come up to the school, it would be my mother because my dad never whipped me. I never got in trouble. Well, lo and behold, one day I was goofing off in class when the teacher was teaching. I was taking little pieces of paper and staples and I was shooting them at everybody with my pencil. And the teacher, she told me to stop. Of course, I stopped, and then she said, well, do your work. I told her I'm done with my work, Miss Lynn. I had nothing to do. She said, well, sit there and put your head down. So I put my head down, but I still had my pencil, and I was shooting them everywhere. Well, little did I know when I put my head down, she had slipped out the classroom, and I guess some kind of way she got hold of my father. So a little bit later on in the day, we were doing some more activities, and I was still being a clown, and a window probably about the size of these windows, I guess, my dad peeked in and saw me. Well, he walked in the classroom. How many of you guys, when your parents show up early, you think you're going home early? Exactly. And me too. I thought I was going home early, so I was laughing at the other kids who had to stay at school. Well, my dad told me, he said, how many, your book bags and everything is to the side. So my dad said, I'm here, Miss Led, to take Derrick out of school. She said, okay, sure, Mr. Mitchell. So I went, and my dad said, son, go get your book bag. So I turned my back to him, and I was going to get my book bag. Well, my back turned around, I kept hearing a woo. My dad was taking off his belt. So I'm a very smart young man. I said, that don't sound good. So as I'm turning to get my book bag, I tried to run to the door. But one of the little guys tripped me. And I would like to tell you my dad checked me out of school, but he didn't. He spanked me right there in the middle of my classroom. Yes. And when he got through, I jumped up because we only lived about a mile from the school, and I ran home. And my mom, she whipped me for leaving my dad. So I didn't have a very good day. So I got home, we were sitting around, we was eating, and I was pretty upset at my father and my mother. And my dad looked at me and said, son, do you know why I did what you did today? I said, yeah, because I was goofing off. He said, no, it's more important than that. He said, you was disrespecting us as a family, you was disrespecting your classmates, and more importantly to that, you was interrupting your teacher and disrespecting her from teaching other kids. She couldn't do her job because of you. And if you want to be something in life, I don't care what it is, you're going to respect your family, you're going to respect others, and you're going to respect adults. And I was glad to tell you that that's the very last time my dad ever whipped me, because I got that lesson. And then he did the ultimate thing. They took me off the football team. Oh, I was miserable for about 2 weeks. I couldn't do enough chores to earn my way back. But I was on punishment for 2 weeks. Now, I know today, if me as a parent tried to do that today, I'd probably be arrested. But the message is still the same to you guys today, which was to me over 20-some years ago. I want you guys to always respect your family. The way you come to school and the way you act has a direct reflection on your family. Secondly, I want you to respect each other, especially in the classroom. Every one of you are here is to learn. Is to take advantage of an education. And thirdly, please be respectful to your teachers. They are paid to do a job. And they wouldn't be here trying to educate you guys if they didn't love doing what they do. So help your teachers out by being respectful to them. That's why I asked, if you don't like teaching yourself, then you need to change your attitude. And if you like teaching yourself, you want your teachers to love teaching you. So with that lesson today, I want everybody to repeat after me in terms of respect. I will respect my family. I will respect my classmates. And finally, I will respect my teachers. All right, now all you guys said that with all the teachers listening, so you guys are going to be held accountable to that. The next point I want to share with you guys before I get to your questions is the importance of physical activity. How many of you guys like to play?
Yeah, me too.
I see none of the adults, only 2 adults, okay? Well, this message is for everybody in the room. How many of you guys love to exercise?
Me.
Well, exercise is such an important part of life.
Like football.
Exactly. No matter what you do. Jumping jacks, kickball, football, swimming, riding a bike. I think we all, as human beings, we need to exercise at least 30 minutes to an hour a day. And I'm part of the Governor's Council on Fitness, so this message is very important to me. You guys, go home. You don't need to go home. You got to find out what are your responsibilities. You have to do your homework first. Do your homework first. If you've got time to play and go outside and play. I know the PlayStation and the Xbox games, all those things sound exciting, but you guys need to exercise first. And that's why I tell my children, they have a PlayStation, they like to come home, they like to play. Well, I just go in there and I hit the power button. I tell them to go outside and do something. Go exercise. get out of the house. Exercise is such an important part of your young minds and your young bodies. I really want to get that message across to you guys. So no matter what you do, I want you guys to commit to doing that. Okay. You got to go home and do your homework first. Do your homework. And I know everybody has homework starting in the first grade because my son has homework. So I know you guys do have homework. And some days you don't have homework. As she explained to me, if you do good on your spelling test on Thursday, you don't have homework Thursday or Friday. So if I'm a smart person, I would study for that spelling test right on Thursday. So I don't have to have homework. But I want to encourage you guys to really get out and exercise because it's such a part of your mental growth as well as your physical growth. So now I'm going to read some questions. And if I misspell your name or mispronounce it, please don't hold that against me because I'm bigger than all of you. And you can't do anything about it. Well, you call your dad, I'm going to call my dad. All right, here's the first question from Braden McCauley from Miss Shimcat's second grade class. The question is, who is the best player on your team? I think we're going to skip that one. Well, I can't say that you guys did. Nah, I think really, I'm a very humble person, so I would never, ever sit up and say I'm the best player. I'm a fan of my teammates. I want to see everybody that I play with do well. So to say that I'm the best on my team, I feel very selfish by saying that. So I'm going to say that we all are the best players on our team because we got to play as a team to win the ball game. I would like to ask you guys, thank you. So where's Brady? Where's Brady? I can't. Who do you think the best player on the Bucks? You can tell me. I won't say anything. I won't be hurt if it's not me. Who you think?
Me?
You don't want to say? Well, let's ask someone else. Yes, sir. Who do you think? The best player on the Bucks? The quarterback, Jeff Garcia? Well, you look a lot like Jeff Garcia.
He does.
Y'all both have the same color hair. All right, next question from Isaiah Perry and Miss Morrison and Miss Clark's fourth grade class. It says, what is your favorite sneaky or sly play? Well, where's Isaiah? You stand up? Okay, kind of explain that to me. What is my sneaky or, you mean gameplay? Okay, well, my favorite play is when I get the blitz, the quarterback. But unfortunately, Coach Kiffin don't call that a lot. So we need to all write him a letter and tell him to blitz Derrick more. I think if we all write him, how many people are here? But we probably got 100, 200 people. I think if we all wrote a letter to Coach Kiffin and say, hey, you need to blitz Derrick, I think he may listen. But that's my favorite play is called Under Wanda Free. Under Wanda Free. That's Under Wanda Free. That's when Derrick Brooks gets to blitz the quarterback. All right, from Dominique Johnson and Miss Ballard and Mrs. Downey's fifth grade class, who inspired you to play football? Well, really, Dominic, no one inspired me to play. Actually, when I grew up, I wanted to be an insurance man for two reasons. He wore a nice suit. No, it's three. He wore a nice suit. He drove a nice car, and he collected money, and nobody bothered him. I thought I was a smart man. I wanted to be an insurance man, just like his name was Mr. Herbert. I said, Mr. Herbert, you always come around every 2 weeks. People give you money, you drive a nice car, and you always wear a suit. That must be a good job. He said, yeah, you need to go to college. I said, well, what's the name of your job? He said, just call me an insurance man. So I wanted to be the insurance man growing up. But I actually got involved with football quite simply because, you know, I like to play the game, and I really went to my parents and I said, what, you know, can I play football in the neighborhood? And my dad said, you want to play football, we'll go sign you up with a league. And basically, he signed me up, and I didn't play that much early on because I was a real small kid, but I always loved the game, and that really was my inspiration, really just to get out of the house and do something positive. Next from Miss Michaela McDaniel and Miss Apster. Say again? Exactly, third grade class. Are your kids on the honor roll like me? Yes, I am proud to say they are. My daughter, my oldest daughter, Brianna Brooks, and she is. I'm proud to say she's a straight A student. So I'm proud to say that. And my son, DeKayla, thank you. He's on the A and B honor roll, but he had a C last semester in a subject that he needs to work harder at. But I'm very proud to say that my kids that are getting grades are very into education because they know their dad is in the education. Next, Madison, okay. Madison Lomax and Mrs. Abbas, third grade class. What do you do in your free time? Well, I don't have any free time. But the free time I do have, I like to golf. That's my only hobby really that I got is golfing. So I really like to golf. I'm gonna sneak one more question in because I think this is it's pretty unique. It said, did you play any other sports before playing football? And the answer to that is no. I've always enjoyed playing football. I played basketball in high school, but again, I've always had a passion to play football. So that actually, and how many touchdowns do you have in your career?
60.
I really don't know, to be honest with you. I think it's 6 or 7.
I think it's 7.
Say it again?
I think it's 7.
Thank you, it's 7. It's 7. So with that being said, I want you guys again to wait. I got one more gift. I want to get Annabelle here. I want you guys to join me in presenting her. Give her a round of applause as we present her with the #1 fan jersey. Keep it going. Let's give J.C. Penney and the NFL and the Buccaneers a round of applause for having us here today. And finally, give yourselves a round of applause for being a great audience.